by discarding 2 stocks and buying 2 new stocks. Also, if a particular target or stop loss is triggered, that the analyst would have to change that particular stock. This goes on from Monday to Friday, and on Friday we calculate the total profit or loss and declare our winner. Let's then introduce participants for this week's game show. We have Mitul Shah of Affluent Shares, Rakesh Bansal of RK Global, as well as Jay Thakkar of Share Khan. Gentlemen, a very warm welcome to BNSN, the stock game. And first up, let's discuss Rakesh Bansal's portfolio. Rakesh, let's discuss the first 2 stocks that you have in your portfolio. One is Kalpataru Power as well as a Maharaja Battery. You've chosen to go long on both these stocks. Explain us what's your rationale behind the calls.
Good morning, Kamya, Avan, and to the all 18 viewers. My first call is a buy call on Kalpataru Power. If you see, like, the entire power space, power stocks, in fact, the Reliance Power among the power stock is not participating in a decline, and yesterday we have seen a breakout in the Kalpataru Power. Chart structure is clearly positive. Now the stock chart is making higher tops, higher bottoms. In fact, we have seen a positive crossover on the momentum indicator. I feel it's a good trading call. Like, one can buy with a 3-4 days perspective at current levels, place a stop loss at 237 on a downside. I feel stock can climb to levels of 263 on the upside. And my second call is a buy call on Maharaja Battery. Yesterday we have seen a breakout on charts, and it's one of the strongest chart structure. Stock is not participating in a decline, and I feel stock is a perfect candidate making a new lifetime high in next 1 to 1.5 months. From the trading perspective, like 3-4 days perspective, one can buy on declines with a stop loss at 973. My target for the game show is 1075 on the upside.
Okay, there you have it. That's the first 2 recommendations. Kalpataru Power, Maharaja, by the way, which Ashwini Gujral also recommended as a long-term investment play. The stock very active at 1052. Mitul, let's get down to it and discuss your first 2 recommendations, and they're both sell calls, Vedanta as well as Jubilant Food. What's the call here?
If you see Vedanta, it is coming down from 230 to 80. It has lost this year itself 60% of its market cap, and continuously it is making lower top, lower bottom. And if you see yesterday, when the market has recovered, it has this was the stock which has closed at the lowest point of the day. That is, it shows that there is a lot of weaknesses still left, and we feel there is a lot more lower levels are going to come in near future. My target for the show is 83. With a stop loss of 88.50, but I'll be not surprised in the medium term if I see more than the price below 75 to 70. And the second stock is a Jubilant Food. It has the same story. From 1900 it has come to 1500. Have made a base. Yesterday it didn't participate in the rally. It has come down. It also closed at the lowest point of the day. My target for the show is 1535, but one can expect at least 1500 in a medium term. And the stop loss for the this stock is 1630.
A call coming in on Jubilant Food, but let's discuss Jay Thakkar's portfolio as well. Jay, you've decided to go long on Axis Bank as well as TCS and setting out a target price of about 525 and 2660 respectively. Tell us, what is it that you like about both these stocks?
Hi, good morning, Kamya and Avan. Basically, Axis Bank, the rationale behind this buy call is that, yesterday with a good move in the banking space, what I've observed is that Bank Nifty has been forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is quite visible on the daily as well as the hourly charts. Similarly, Axis Bank also seems to be forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Although the stock is not trading in a positive territory in today's session, but I think that this breakout is likely to happen, and the stock is likely to inch towards the levels of 555 in the medium term. Just for the stock game, I feel that 525 is the levels to watch out for on the upside, whereas 490 is a very good support. I think till 490 is not broken on a closing basis, I think 525 looks quite achievable. And TCS, this stock has been consolidating a triangular pattern since a couple of months now. And whenever this stock has reversed from the lower end of the range, it's heading towards the higher end of the range. In that process, it has formed a symmetrical triangular pattern. I think that now, again, since it has reversed from the lower end of the range, it's heading towards the higher end, and those levels comes to around 2640 to 2660 levels, whereas 2540 now is a very good support. So till 2540 is not broken, I expect it to inch towards the levels of 2660.
Okay, that's the word coming in from Jay Thakkar. A thumbs up on Axis Bank as well as TCS. A little bit quiet in today's session. But let's move right on then and nail it down to the last two recommendations then in each of our experts' portfolios. And Rakesh, let's discuss Infi on a tear today. It's a good call that you've got. How much more upside are you seeing, and do you think Wipro is likely to follow the path of Infi in terms of stock movement?
Well, Evan, if you see, like, I am of the opinion that IT index might be the first sectoral index to make a new lifetime high in next 1 to 1.5 months. IT index is the only sectoral index which is making higher tops, higher bottoms on a daily chart. And from the trading perspective also, IT index, in fact, as all IT stocks are looking very good. My third call is a buy call on Infosys. Stock has made a good base at around 1095 levels, and I feel like in short term, my target of 1165 is quite achievable. But I'm of the opinion that by either before results or after results, which are on 12th of this October, I feel Infosys is likely to make a new lifetime high also, and not make a new lifetime high, but also will sustain at higher levels. It's a good buy at current levels from the investment perspective also. And my last call is a buy call on Wipro. Till date, we have seen a underperformance by Wipro as we compare it with Infosys or Wipro with TCS. But I feel now Wipro will give a good return from the trading perspective also. Wipro has made a good base at lower levels. I feel from the trading perspective, one can place a stop loss at 582 levels. My target for the game show is 622. But I feel in short term, stock can rally to levels of around 635, 640 on the upside.
Okay, that's the call coming in on some of the IT stocks, and Wipro in specific are doing pretty well, 1.5% higher in today's session. Finally, let's discuss Mitul's portfolio as well, and the last two picks that he has in his portfolio, JK Paper as well as Canfin Homes. Now, given the way JK Paper has really shaped up in the last 1 month, 10% of an uptick there, would you expect some more room on the upside for JK Paper, and what's your call on Canfin Homes? That one's also seen a smart uptick of close to 20% over the last 1 month.
If you see JK Paper, it went from 26 to 46. It has come down. Yesterday, it has given a very good breakout. It has clocked more than 7 times of average volume, and it has given at more than 10% and closed at the high point of the day. I feel that if it trade above 47, there's a good chance that it will go above 55 to 60 level we can see in the medium term. Canfin is a classic example of a trend. It's at all-time high in this market. It is trading at all-time high in this particular year. The Nifty has come down from 9,000 to 7,800. But this stock is continuously making new high, and it's all about the trend specific. This market is all about stock specific, and this has given a tremendous return. And this is at a uncharted territory. I expect more return, but for the show I have given 970, but it can go far beyond that. I'll be not surprised if I see triple digit 1200 rupees on the chart in a 5 to 6 month.
Okay, those are some of the levels to monitor when it comes to those stocks. Canfin Homes, we will be interacting with the management later on the show on the channel as well, and the stock has garnered quite a bit of traction, talking about targets of about 970 from Mitul, and JK Paper, that's another mid-cap pick that he's betting on. Moving right on then to Jay Thakkar, and let's talk about the last two recommendations. Dabur is a stock that you're looking at. How exactly do you see things shaping up for this one on the charts? And what's the word coming in on L&T? You're bullish here.
Sure, basically on Dabur, what I'm seeing is that it has formed a symmetrical triangle pattern on the daily chart, and it seems to have completed its final leg on a downside, that is wave E in that particular triangle. So I think that the breakout is quite likely on the upside since it has completed its wave E on the downside. So I think that in anticipation of a breakout on the upside, I think the risk suits quite well at the current market price for a target of minimum 284 on the upside. The stop loss can be placed at 269, which is the lower end of that particular range. And L&T seems to have fallen in an impulsive wave down right from the top. I think it has from a 5-wave declining structure on the weekly chart. Hence, a retracement of the same is quite likely on the upside. So minimum target of 15.4 can be expected on L&T, whereas 1420 is a very good support.
Okay, that's a call coming in on Dabur as well as L&T, but let's quickly get in a calculator check and find out how each of our experts are placed at this point of time, starting off with Rakesh Bansal's portfolio. Now, he's placed 4 buy calls and all 4 stocks are working in his favor, clearly giving him good gains of more than 2%. 11,000 is what he's making at this point of time. Let's also get in a check on Mitul Shah's portfolio. Now, he's placed 2 buy and 2 sell calls in his portfolio, sell call coming in on Jubilant as well as Vedanta, but Canfin Homes as well as Jubilant Food not working in his favor, currently making close to 7,200 rupees. And though his target price has been met for JK Paper. Finally, let's take a look at Jay Thakkar's portfolio. Now, he too has placed all 4 buy calls. A mixed queue coming in from his portfolio, 2 giving him good gains and 2 are a bit of a bother. Their overall portfolio in the red, losing about 4,000 rupees. So clearly it's Rakesh Bansal leading the game, followed by Mitul and Jay. And with that, would like to thank each of our guests for taking time out and sharing their portfolios with us on the Stock Game.
ऐसे ही नहीं बना है आपका नेस्ले।
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes.
हमें आजादी मिल गई बेटा। तिनका तिनका, मिट्टी मिट्टी, हमने जोड़ा है खुद को इस देश से। देश की उड़ान से, जीत के जश्न से, हमने आपके साथ सपनों को चखा है।
मैं बगैर किसी झिझक के कह सकता हूँ कि सारे जहां से अच्छा।
हमने भी हर गीत संभाल के रखा है। हमें कदर है माँ के एहसास की, विश्वास की, तभी तो चुन चुन कर सिर्फ बेहतरीन क्वालिटी ही आप तक पहुँचाई है। और आज भी आपके साथ हैं जब देश में नई उम्मीद गुनगुनाई है। नेस्ले 100 सालों से देश की जिंदगी का हिस्सा।
First of all, excellent initiative to have these economic times startup awards. The last couple of years have seen a tremendous upsurge and interest and belief in a whole host of young companies coming to life and people taking risks. This was very interesting and very exciting because it's also something rather new. I think the quality of ideas were very high, and I also think many of the categories in terms of how they were thought of were also very high.
सही एसआईपी पोर्टफोलियो बनाने के लिए म्यूचुअल फंड चुनने में प्रॉब्लम हो तो उसे कहते हैं हिचकिच। वही पोर्टफोलियो एक्सपर्ट्स इंस्टेंटली बना दें तो जिप सिप। एक क्लिक में कस्टमाइज्ड म्यूचुअल फंड पोर्टफोलियो पाओ। अब सिप नहीं जिप सिप करो at myuniverse.co.in from Aditya Birla Money.
I defend.
I fly. I protect.
I vanquish. I secure.
I am a naval officer. I have an ocean of opportunity.
Indian Navy, an ocean of opportunities. www.joinindiannavy.gov.in.
बस बजना चाहिए गाना, बस बजना चाहिए गाना, गाना गाना बस बजना चाहिए गाना, बस बजना चाहिए गाना, गाना गाना गाना।
The jet.
The penthouse.
The country estate.
My baby. Okay. Agree.
Kohler presents Veil, the intelligent toilet. It's never too irresistible.
Do you know how much I love you?
Don't get lured by promises of assured returns before trading. Issued in public interest by MCX Investor Protection Fund.
लो विजया बेटी आ गई।
पर आपने तो जया बताया था।
अरे विजया में भी तो जया है, सिर्फ 19-20 का तो अंतर है।
लेकिन कार वाले पे ऐसा 19-20 नहीं चलता, क्योंकि यहाँ ऑन रोड प्राइस है एकदम एक्यूरेट, नो अप्रोक्सीमेट।
म्यूचुअल फंड में एसआईपी शुरू करते हुए वक्त बर्बाद हो तो उसे कहते हैं
टिक टिक।
वही SIP इंस्टेंटली शुरू हो तो
जिप जिप।
लॉग इन कीजिए और 2 मिनट में SIP तैयार। अब सिप नहीं जिप सिप करो at myuniverse.co.in from आदित्य बिरला मनी।
जब शालिनी वर्मा ने बंधन बैंक के साथ अकाउंट खोला तो उन्हें एक मॉडर्न बैंक वाली सारी फैसिलिटीज तो मिली ही,